that came to him from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it was amazing that this little boy, little in terms of years and in terms of time, but I'm sure he is bigger than all the Muslims nowadays combined together. Because I'm sure nobody can pass this test except if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decide for anybody to pass. يبتلى المرء على قدر دينه. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the test according to the level of Iman, and nobody reaches the level of Iman of Sayyidina Ibrahim. Nobody never reaches the level of Iman of Sayyidina Ismail. You go and slaughter your only one son that you have yourself, very hard. قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك. He said, oh my son, I had a vision, a dream. And we know that dreams of prophets it's one type of revelation. It's wahi from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I see that I am slaughtering you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked me to do this. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر. He said, oh my father, do what you are ordered to do. How come? It doesn't make any sense if you're talking about anybody like us. But talking about Ismail and Ibrahim, it makes all the sense. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel after Ibrahim alayhi salam started taking the knife and slaughtering his own son. The knife, by the way, did not work. Many people may think that tools by themselves, money by itself, success by itself is what makes you a distinguished person. Tools only work by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who orders the knife to work. And it's Him subhanahu wa ta'ala who ordered the knife at this very time not to cut. And it complies to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It did not cut. He tried again, one more time, doesn't work. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down Jibreel with a ram from paradise as ransom for Ismail alayhi salam, and until nowadays we still commemorating the incidents. Because it's an incident, it's a symbol of submission. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ is ordered, as well as his ummah, to follow the way and the track of Ibrahim alayhi salam, because he is the first official Muslim. It's Ibrahim alayhi salam who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will mention his story in the Quran in different ways. It's him who destroyed the idols of his own people. He did not go right away and said, you are kuffar and your way is wrong, you are going the wrong way. But one day he decided to go and destroy the idols themselves, and then when they came back they said, did you do it, Ibrahim? He said, go to this great idol, this biggest one amongst them, and ask him. Is he able to give you any answer? What are you doing, people? You worship stones. He gave them the lesson. And it's a lesson for us nowadays. It's a lesson for us to follow. Some people still worshipping the dollar. They worship the position. They worship their ego. This is reality. We are humans. But Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he was ordered to slaughter his own son, he did. He passed the test. He defied the entire humanity at this time, his own people, by the truth. He was true. In a nice way, he gave them the lesson in the best way. And here is the Prophet ﷺ ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to follow his way. The Prophet ﷺ made his udhiyah, slaughtered his udhiyah. And it's again a symbol of submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's Him. لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهَ لُحُومُهَا وَلَا دِمَاؤُهَا. It's not the meat or the blood that will reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it's the piety from you that will reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You slaughter it and you go and you eat it, just as a form of of gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And at the end of the day, you eat the meat yourself. It's a symbol of solidarity. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we know that it was enough for him, for his hadi, to slaughter, as we all know, just one sheep for the entire family. But he slaughtered 100 camels, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we know that camel is enough for 7 people. He's generous, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a symbol of solidarity amongst Muslims. فَكُلُوا مِنْهَا وَأَطْعِمُوا الْبَائِسَ الْفَقِيرِ. Eat from it. But do not forget the faqir. Give to your friends and give to the poor people. Solidarity and integrity of Muslims. Dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, in a day like this, the Prophet ﷺ stood up and set the rules of human dignity, the rules of human rights. When he stood in day of Arafah and day of Al-Nahr like this, the best 2 days ever throughout the year, and he said to Muslims sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إن دماءكم وأموالكم وأعراضكم عليكم حرام كحرمة يومكم هذا في بلدكم هذا في شهركم هذا. Verily your blood, your property, and your honors are all sacred as this very time and this very place and this very town. The blood of Muslims, they are sacred. In some ahadith, they are even more sacred than Al-Kaaba, than Al-Haram. But nowadays, how many Muslims are killed by Muslims? And let alone non-Muslims. It's a symbol of unity amongst Muslims. All Muslims around the world doing the same rituals in the same time. Do not let shaitan again fool us by the 1% of disagreement among Muslims. He makes us forget the 99% of agreement and harmony that we have amongst us. More than 3 million Muslims over there in Saudi Arabia, in Mecca, making Hajj, all wearing the same, dressing the same, saying the same word, doing the same rituals, worshipping the same God, repeating the same words. And not only for them, all Muslims right now in China, in Japan, everywhere, all the corners of the world, they are celebrating Eid al Adha. Right or wrong? They celebrate the same thing. They talking about the same story. Story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Story of submission. Story of Tawheed. Story of us being slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, applying His will. Same story. Unity of Islam. Fraternity and brotherhood of this deen. Beauty of this aqidah, of this faith. Look at this very place in here, under this roof, how diverse we are. Almost like maybe 700 or 1,000 people, males, females, came from all the different corners of the world.